We can't actually film anything here, apart from you're doing it sort of in a discreet way. Well, a discreet way is what I mean, not indiscreet, a discreet way. Because, I don't know, we can't even display a sign saying welcome home or his name. Bizarre. I mean, I can't see what the issue is with this. And they're not explaining. This woman just said to me, I can't go through it again. I've spoken to too many people already about it.
But she hadn't told me. She told
and it's just crazy.
The same thing. So what is it that you've told people? Because we don't even know who you've told that we're supposed to go to for that information. I don't know what I said when I was a private hire driver, I held up signs for people coming in. And that's all I'm doing. Welcome home, Dr. Mohammed. You know, that's the message.
I mean, that's the only way.
I mean, do you want me to? I don't know.
If he does come through, we should have a lot of people doing it at the same time so that they can't actually.
I did an interview and I was at a speaking event last night in Bristol for the film screening.
Oh yeah.
Excuse me, sorry, we've already said no filming here. I'm asking you to put the camera away. If you're not filming, you don't need your camera out. Alright. Thank you. Why can't we film?
Yeah, that's been related.
We haven't got a filming permit issued.
The Stansted are a pile of idiots, that's why.
It's 2 minutes away from Dr. Mohammed coming out through those doors over there. So I'm quite excited. Apparently, the woman who's telling us we can't film said 2 minutes. So what she says is what is apparently. So let's see what happens. He's coming. He's coming. Yay! Yeah, so we worried that you wouldn't be able to come out, you'd be detained. How did you feel? Did you think you'd be able to get through?
Frankly speaking, I was a bit worried in a way, you know, to be questioned, as in, you know, from where I was. But the reception I had outside, inside it was really good. They were really great. It was very smooth. It was even one of the officers came and tapped on my shoulder saying, "We're proud of what you've been doing." I was like,
oh wow!
I didn't know how he knew. Honestly, this is what happened.
Brilliant.
This is what happened.
So
and I have to be honest. You know, even the British Embassy, they were fantastic. I've contacted them on Saturday, when the siege was really very tight and the active evacuation and bombing. I thought, you know, if I stay, I'm gonna starve to death or die. So I just time to come out now. It took them about 2 days to evacuate me from Gaza. I had a hotel. I was offered a free ticket back home. Declined it. I was like, do you know what? You know, thanks for everything you have done. So I can't praise them enough. I have to be honest. You know, they've been fantastic. Absolutely.
Wow, that's a surprise. We were all thinking all these.
I know. I thought exactly the same. You know, I thought, you know, I might get questioned, and I was ready for questions. You know, I haven't been doing anything wrong. I was, you know, and I'm proud of what I've done. You know, I went to the most vulnerable, oppressed people. You know, tried to help them out, and
I mean, what was it like when you were out there? I mean, I can't imagine what it must be like. The fear of another drone attack or of some kind of bombing. I mean, was that a constant thought? Did you sleep when you were out there in the night?
Sleep does not exist. You can't have a long sleep. You keep waking up. You know, the drones are 24/7. But the bomb shellings is 24/7. You know, we don't even wake up at the bombs, as long as it's a kilometer away from you. The most thing that breaks your heart is when you lose your neighbours. You know, I know they're all our family, they're all our people, but there are people that you've spoken with. The last one that happened, it was our neighbour. I know him. His name is Mohammed, God, he was in two halves. His guts, they were just dangling from the first floor into the ground floor. Burned kids, decapitated, amputated. And what's even heartbreaking is, the medical condition, you can do it, but because of the lack of facilities, you just have to let them die. And I had lots of circumstances where I had multiple casualties, and you just have to pick which one to allow him to live and which one, is going to die. And it is sad, but what can you do with the limited resources? And there's not a lot you can do, unfortunately.
How incredible you can see all that and talk about it in such a calm way. I mean, do you feel traumatized, do you think? Do you think you'll need to see someone to talk about what you've seen?
With no doubt, it's, what the world needs to know, there are people who are actively dying on a daily basis, and if they're not dying from the bomb shellings, they're dying from starvation. The food does not exist, absolutely zero. I remember the last 1 month we've been walking dizzy on the streets. And one of the things I've been trying to reflect as I was coming on what happened, and I just realized, the amount of destructions that there, and they ripped out anything green. There are no shapes. It doesn't exist. And people, they just run from one place, they don't know where they're going to. They get evacuated to one spot, and then a couple of hours later or the next day they have to evacuate somewhere else. There are no tents, there's nothing. Anything you can think of, it doesn't exist. There's nothing. But this is the time to examine people's value and people's principles and all these things that we're talking about, human rights and standing up for justice. If we don't do it now, I don't know when are you going to do it, or when are we going to do it.
And the incredible work you've been doing with the water. I mean, I've seen the films of what you've produced, the people that are having access to water. Can you tell us how we can help you? I mean, how can we get more support for what you're doing?
When I decided to stay, I need to pick only one thing to focus on and dedicate all my time and efforts. And that was the water, purely because I did suffer from hepatitis A, which is quite common in Gaza now because of the contaminated water. So we focused on digging water wells and setting up desalination centres to provide clean water. And it's, in a way, it restores people dignity back, We've done, with you guys' support, we managed to dig about 18. We set up at least 3 desalination centres. We've just finished the last one before I came in. It is a drop in the ocean, but it makes a difference for the people. It helps them to stay alive, basically. I think you will die from thirst before you die from hunger. Alhamdulillah, I'm very proud of what we have done, what we have achieved. I've left behind a really excellent team that will be continuing the work that we've started. And now, probably now that we're in the UK, probably with the team, we're going to take a step back and reflect and see how we can take it to our next level, inshallah.
Incredible. You should have a whole fanfare of trumpets when you come out. It's not right. It's not right. Thank you so much for talking
pleasure.
to me, and well done. I mean,
thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Pleasure.
That was brilliant.
0.1.